Japan in 2025 is a place of quiet contradictions, where the old and the new are constantly in conversation with each other. Many still imagine neon-lit cities or timeless temples, but the reality is far more nuanced, blending the futuristic with the historical at every turn. Today, looking back at the past year, we see a nation balancing its future and its traditions, where every street tells a story of change and continuity. Futuristic technology coexists with ancient customs, shaping a society that's both modern and deeply rooted, where robots serve tea and ceremonies honor centuries-old rituals. Japan faces challenges: an aging population, a shrinking workforce, and the tension between tradition and innovation. These issues are felt in daily life, from the workplace to the family home. The solutions and struggles here offer lessons for the world, as Japan experiments with new ideas while holding on to its core values. This isn't just about bullet trains and sushi, it's about how a society adapts under pressure, finding resilience in both innovation and tradition. We'll look beyond stereotypes to explore daily life, from crowded subways to evolving concepts of privacy, and how technology shapes even the most personal moments. This is not a travel guide, but an honest look at the joys and anxieties of living in Japan today, where community and solitude often exist side by side. Forget the cliches. Let's uncover the untold stories and small truths that define modern Japan, from the craftspeople preserving heritage to the youth shaping the future. Join me as we discover the authentic, unfiltered reality of life in Japan in 2025, and see how this remarkable country continues to surprise and inspire. Daily life in Japan has subtly shifted since the pandemic, with changes both visible and invisible shaping the way people move through their routines. Mask wearing, once a seasonal habit during flu season or allergy months, is now a near constant, reflecting a deep sense of social responsibility and mutual care. Schools have rapidly integrated technology, students use tablets for lessons, and teachers juggle digital tools with tradition, blending old and new approaches to education. The morning rush hour is less intense, thanks to flexible work schedules and remote options that have become more widely accepted by companies and workers alike. Cafes and co-working spaces are now common work spots, offering a sense of community and flexibility for those who no longer commute daily to traditional offices. Lunch remains a cherished ritual, with bustling ramen and curry shops providing a familiar comfort, even as people are more mindful of spacing and hygiene. Personal space and hygiene are more valued than ever. Hand sanitizer is everywhere, and people keep their distance in lines, quietly respecting each other's boundaries. Sharing food from communal plates is less common, as people opt for individual servings to minimize contact and maintain peace of mind. These aren't dramatic changes, but a series of small adjustments that have quietly reshaped daily interactions, from greetings to dining habits. Japan adapts quickly, maintaining its core values of order and consideration, even as it embraces new habits for a safer society. The pandemic didn't transform Japan overnight, but it quietly rewrote the rules of everyday life, influencing everything from work to leisure. The result, a society that evolves without losing its essence, blending tradition with innovation in a uniquely Japanese way. This is the new rhythm of Japan, where resilience and adaptability shape a future that honors the past while embracing change. The Japanese workplace is quietly evolving, almost imperceptibly at first, but with growing momentum. Remote work, once unthinkable in a culture known for its rigid office routines, is now common in many large companies, giving employees more flexibility and control over their daily lives. Parents and commuters have gained precious hours once lost to long commutes, allowing for more family time and personal pursuits, but cultural friction remains. Traditional management still values face time, leading to digital presenteeism, constant online availability, and late-night video calls that blur the line between work and home. The pressure to be always on has replaced the pressure to be always in the office. For many, the boundaries between work and rest are more porous than ever. Kenji, a programmer, says, "I work from home, but my manager still checks in late at night." The freedom is real, but so is the new stress. Many workers echo his experience, feeling both liberated and burdened by these changes. The 4-day workweek is being trialed by some progressive companies, with promising results in productivity and morale. Employees report feeling more energized and engaged. Even the government is cautiously supportive, seeing it as a way to address overwork, improve mental health, and stimulate the economy in the long run. These changes are slow and sometimes hesitant, but they signal a real shift in attitudes and expectations. The old corporate armor is cracking. Work-life balance is no longer just a buzzword, but a genuine goal for many. The Japanese office is changing, not with a bang, but with steady, quiet steps that are reshaping daily routines. The future of work here is still uncertain, but the conversation has begun, and it's gaining momentum. Employees are cautiously optimistic, even as new challenges emerge and old habits linger. The transformation is gradual but unmistakable as offices adapt to new technology and evolving expectations. Japan's work culture is finally starting to bend, making space for a more balanced and human way of working. Japan's aging population is reshaping family and community life. Multi-generational households are rare. Elderly parents often live alone as younger generations move to cities. This creates both a sense of responsibility and a heavy burden for adult children, who manage care from afar. A growing industry now provides meal delivery, home cleaning, and companionship for seniors. Technology, like cameras and smart devices, helps families stay connected, but anxiety remains. Local neighborhood associations play a crucial role, organizing events and checking on vulnerable residents. Community bonds are a lifeline, especially in rural areas. The emotional and financial toll is significant, forcing tough choices about careers and family planning. The Japanese family is being redefined, held together by technology, services, and enduring values. In this new era, community and tradition are more important than ever. Technology in Japan is less about robots and more about seamless integration into daily life. The My Number card is now universal, streamlining healthcare, libraries, and government services. Cashless payments have become the norm, making transactions quick, but leaving some elderly behind. Smart home devices monitor seniors' well-being, alerting families if something seems wrong. These innovations are practical, not flashy, designed to support an aging society. Social media and messaging apps have amplified indirect communication, especially among the young. Many prefer texting or anonymous online interactions to face-to-face conversations. This digital shift creates both connection and isolation. Technology in Japan is about quiet transformation, making life easier, but also more complex. It's a compassionate, uniquely Japanese approach to the digital age. The much-hyped migration from cities to the countryside is more myth than reality. While some professionals have moved, cities like Tokyo and Osaka remain magnets for opportunity. Government incentives exist, but rural life comes with challenges, limited jobs, fewer schools, and social isolation. Mark, a Canadian web developer, moved to a rural town. Nature is amazing, but my wife had to give up her career, and we drive far for basics. It's a trade-off. The gap between vibrant cities and struggling rural areas is widening. Urban centers are modern and bustling. Rural towns face depopulation and shuttered shops. New tech like drone delivery aims to help, but demographic decline is hard to reverse. The dream of a rural renaissance is alive but distant for most. For now, Japan's heart still beats strongest in its cities. For foreigners, living in Japan in 2025 is an experience of contrasts. The country is more accessible, multilingual signs, easier visa processes, and surface-level friendliness abound. Yet, true integration remains elusive. Being an insider is a challenge. Everyday tasks, renting an apartment, opening a bank account, can be bureaucratic hurdles for non-citizens. Sarah, an American teacher, says, "People are kind, but deeper connections are rare. I'm always the friendly foreigner." Shums. Cultural barriers are polite, but firm, reinforced by unspoken rules and group identity. Social missteps are forgiven, but this also highlights outsider status. The experience is a constant negotiation, joy and discovery, but a sense of never fully belonging. Japan welcomes, but also keeps its distance. For many, the journey is about finding meaning in the in-between. Living here is both rewarding and humbling. The challenge is learning to appreciate Japan's unique embrace, warm, but always a little reserved. Japan's economy in 2025 is full of quiet pressures. Wage stagnation has persisted for decades while living costs slowly rise. The result is a subtle squeeze on purchasing power. No crisis, just a steady erosion. Housing is a paradox. Rent is reasonable, but upfront costs are high, trapping many in place. Food is affordable at lunch counters, but groceries, especially fruit, can be shockingly expensive. Families plan carefully, relying on staples and saving where they can. The biggest worry is the cost of an aging society. Pensions are strained, and anxiety about the future is widespread. This drives a culture of saving, but low wages and interest rates make it hard to build security. Economic uncertainty shapes daily life, influencing everything from careers to family size. It's a quiet burden, shaping the cautious spirit of modern Japan. Japan in 2025 is a nation in quiet transition. Change is gradual, not explosive. New technologies and work styles blend with deep-rooted traditions. Contradictions abound. Digital connection versus privacy, openness versus insider-outsider divides. The demographic crisis and work pressures persist, and the city-countryside gap grows. Yet resilience and ingenuity shine through. Communities support the vulnerable, companies question old habits, and individuals navigate complexity with grace. Hope lies in this pragmatic, harmonious approach. Japan isn't a utopia or a museum. It's a living, imperfect society adapting to a new era. The future is uncertain, but Japan faces it with steady resolve. In its quiet evolution, Japan remains one of the world's most fascinating places.